Today is the 1 year anniversary of Black Dave Token. I decided to do a video today on this auspicious day to answer the question, has Black Dave Token been successful? Is Black Dave Token working? I really wanted to take this opportunity to try to share a bunch of shit that I've learned, figured out, or whatever. So if this is long, I hope it is. My plan is to just dump a bunch of thoughts on everyone. Something I've noticed about Black Dave Token, as opposed to some of the things that have popped up that have been inspired by it, like Scenes by Sound and Fractures, for instance, is that they make sure that they're working to deliver something on the other side, especially for the people involved. Black Dave Token, which kind of started a little bit as a joke, has always been rooted in just me being able to continue doing what I want to do. And if you believe that I want to make cool things, then that's what you get. I definitely wonder if I had thought a little bit more about what makes Black Dave Token valuable for someone else, like a reason that they would want to hold it beyond a signal. I think, unfortunately, we haven't reached the point where holding a token works as a signal, besides a few big projects. But I think that if we thought about it more broadly, we'd end up in a bit better of a place. So holding Black Dave Token doesn't really show any value to the greater ecosystem, which I guess is a bit of a bummer, but is what I went for. I think also, the idea of value in general, what do I get that makes this worth more money vibes. I definitely avoided it as well. I know a lot of projects are based around that idea. I know a lot of projects are like, well, when I'm famous, my first song will be worth it. Every music NFT does the what if Billie Eilish's first song was an NFT thing. So that's not new, that's not news, whatever. I don't think that's the point of this specific token. It's really focused on funding and fundraising and creatives being able to get things going. The last video I did was around the idea of creators becoming venture backed and that possibility in that world. I don't know if I would change what I'm doing in favor of hunting for something venture or something large or whatever. I think there's gonna be a place for it. I think that what I'm doing allows individuals to support me much more than entities, and I think that people matter more right now. I think that I could have also gone the route of creating some really expensive NFT and then getting everybody to buy into it. One thing that I think is especially unique about this model is that as it goes on, I receive funding. I think there's a possibility that's a bad thing as well, because right now it's just me trying to figure out what I can do on my own, as opposed to if I had the funds up front to be able to get a couple of people to join me on the journey. I think that that's okay. I think it's okay. I think I'm fine. I've been able to do a lot. I've been able to drop a lot of things. I've been able to make a lot of content. I've been able to do these videos. I've been able to do all sorts of shit that's been able to push things forward. I've met a lot of really cool people. I would be remiss to not talk about the Telegram chat, which is a little bit less than half of my holders in one specific chat, but it's a ton of really awesome people building really awesome things. There are developers there, there are artists there, there are founders there, there are builders there of all sorts, people with all sorts of experience across a variety of mediums. in a variety of businesses, which I think is really cool. I've seen people manage to land work from someone they've met in Black Dave Tokens chat. I've seen people manage to find partners to found new ideas in the chat. I've seen just a ton of great building happening in there. On the opposing side, as I'm not someone who's trying to use that as a value driver, I really didn't want to put any rules, limitations, or whatever on it. So, every so often we would have, a couple of arguments there, a couple of battles, and a lot of collector-based chats are so interested in maintaining value that they want the chat to be some beautiful reflection of the world, I fucking guess. And so I don't think that I'm interested in chasing moderation, but I am interested in people having reasons to want to get the token and want to be in the chat and support me, et cetera, et cetera. So I think something that I've, I don't want to say learned because I don't think that it's right or wrong, but something that I'm growing a little bit more interested in is like what does something that I'm into as far as a chat looks like. I think in the future I'll figure something out and I'll create something that's more aligned with that, but I'm definitely enjoying the way things are now. Something that I think that is really special about the Black Dave Token Telegram chat on the topic of like arguing and things is like people feel safe to say whatever, and I like that a lot. And I think when you start controlling vibes, you mess that up. So I guess that's what I'll say about that. Telegram chat is just wonderful. It's a wonderful, wonderful place. If you aren't in it yet and you have Black Dave Token, feel free to join. It only takes one. I would love for you to mint more than one. So, on the note of the mint itself and how it's selling and things like that, it's going great. It's going smoothly. I expected it to take a while. One of the things that I was super interested in once I passed the first few months of Black Dave Token was starting to look in the direction of DAOs and of like even VC, for instance, different whales, et cetera, collectives, whatever, and having them buy Black Dave Token in bulk. As a sign of believing in what I'm doing, as a way to get involved in or, get their piece of or whatever I'm doing. I wasn't above it. It didn't really work out. I did have a couple of cool chats. I explicitly remember talking to Noise DAO early on. Noise, I think they took DAO as a name. And trying to see like what sort of alignment and synergy there was. A few people in the DAO bought some tokens. I ended up in High Frequency Volume 1. That was the second drop. The funny thing about that, it's not funny, it's something that I'm always like, oh, I need to DM this about this, but now I'm gonna put in a video and they might see it, they might not. But I was a second drop for High Frequency, but they didn't put my name next to the song. I need to tell them to change that. So this is me saying that in case I forget to hop into the Telegram chat and say it. I definitely had higher expectations for organizations supporting me. One of the things that I kind of point out on the website that's maybe a bit cheeky as the whole website is like, if you guys think that I'm capable and that I'm so smart and et cetera, then like put something on it, like put your money where your mouth is. And I think there are a lot of people, especially in music and Web3, who recognize what I'm capable of and what I will do down the line. And I was just hoping for a bit more support on that front. I think that definitely slowed down my progress. It didn't stop me. I'm still doing a lot of things, but that was something that I was definitely expecting. In the wake of that, I had focused on the Black Dave Token Re-Up Club, sort of getting everyone pumped to continuously support Black Dave Token. Hey, like, did you enjoy the Telegram this week or this month or whatever? Buy a few. Hey, do you want to pledge a certain amount per month as just like a constant support? If you have that, go for it. Buy 500 a month, buy 100 a month, buy 50 a month, buy 70 a month, buy 10 a month, whatever. That's been really cool. I think it shows me that the community side has value and that people recognize that value. I don't want to take advantage of it, so I'm not 100% sure where to go from there. I feel like so much of this is like, okay, people are giving me money, I need to give them something else back, but you also don't want to take advantage of them and take advantage of that. So I'm just working on figuring those sorts of things out. The re-up mindset has definitely been helpful. Thank you guys for that support, for real. Something else that I've had a few conversations about is the idea of the people who are participating in the chat possibly lending some of their skills. People who've been to the token saying, well, I know a guy who blah, 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 and then, pointing me in that direction. As I move toward the second iteration of Black Dave Token, I'm gonna try to consider that a bit more. I don't quite know what that means yet, but I do know that that's something on my mind. One of the last things I'll say is, as it compares to my sales of music, Black Dave Token has done almost 3 times as much, I think, than I have from selling my creative works. I know the market's been bad. It's still a bit of a bummer. I know that it starts with the work, especially being known right now for music and Web3. And so trying to make sure that I'm staying on top of that is super important. I've dropped 7 songs this year as NFTs. I think almost every single one of them are still available. So it's definitely been an interesting journey, recognizing where I stand as a thought leader in these times versus where I stand as an artist in these times. I often make the joke that, like, in a recession, Louis Vuitton doesn't close its doors. And if I'm creating something that people want, then they should still want it, even if the market is down. Obviously, it's not that simple, but it is what it is. I think as I look into the horizon for version 2 of Black Dave Token, which hopefully will pop up sometime early in 2024, I really want to think more about value. I want to think more about community and participation within that community. I want to think about my ideas and executing them. If you have Black Dave Token and you haven't seen my list of ideas, I've shown it to pretty much everyone who has the token. So, like, shoot me a DM. I'll send you like a little Notion document. You can see what I'm thinking about and how I want to move. So I'm thinking about how I can better execute the ideas as opposed to just write down a bunch of ideas, and build focus and build systems around getting ideas done. There will be an art update. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep pushing. If you are in a DAO, if you are an investor, if you are a whale, if you have a fuckload of money and you're trying to figure out what to support, Black Dave Token is waiting for you at token.blackdave.xyz. This is waiting on you on Zora to mint. Happy birthday, I guess, Black Dave Token.